Welcome to Adventure on Top. This is Kurt Ratzlaff here, and I'm going to be talking about the new Olympus TG5 that just came out, well, a few months ago. I got one, obviously, here it is, and I'm going to be comparing it with this is the TG3 series. Well, you can see straight off that the TG3 and the TG5 are pretty much the exact same size. The TG5 is a little bit taller, and it's just a hair thicker as well. But overall, there's not a major difference in the size of the cameras. You may notice that the accessory ring on the TG3 is broken. I was trying to record my friend surfing, and I had a wave hit the camera, and it knocked the ring straight off the camera. You'll see it here on this little clip. Bam, there it goes. So one of the big improvements on the 5 is there's actually a button to release the accessory ring and the accessories so they don't fall off like the other one did. It is worthy to note that they are interchangeable, so any accessories you might have from the old model will still fit the new one. The old Olympus used to require a Olympus-specific charging cable, which was quite a pain in the butt, to be honest. The new one uses the same style of charger as your Android phone. The next set of improvements are fairly obvious when you look at the top of the cameras. Starting off with the TG3, you've got the zoom control, shutter release, and power. The TG5 adds a wheel. A zoom is now in front of the shutter release with power, and then you have the GPS log switch, which you can turn on and off the GPS logging. One thing I wish more manufacturers would do is this. All the batteries for the TG series are basically the same battery, which means they're interchangeable. So, if you're like me and you end up using your batteries and don't always have a charger, you can carry spare batteries and you can keep going. The TG5 comes with the 12 megapixel sensor. We've got a 2.0 high-speed lens, which is quite good in low light situations. They have what's called an action track sensors, which is just basically for geotagging. These are waterproof down to 50 feet. They're shockproof from 7 feet, meaning you can drop it from up to 7 feet without any major damage, and they're crush-proof to 220 pound-feet of crush-proofness. It has an anti-fog glass lens. They're dust-proof, which makes sense because they're waterproof. They have built-in Wi-Fi, which I never really use. They do offer RAW capture, which is fairly uncommon in a point-and-shoot style camera. Another big feature is that now they can record in 4K video, which the TG4 cannot. The boot time on the TG5 is fairly quick. With the flash on, you can get 3 successive pictures fairly quickly each time it flashes. And now to turn the flash off, it's pretty easy. You just hit the button and scroll over, the flash off, and then the 3 photos go much quicker the second time around. A high-performance camera can always be hindered by a low-performance card. This is the card I'm using. It's a good idea to do some research to make sure that the card you have or the card you want to buy will be fast enough for the camera that you're using. One last note about the cameras is all of the TG series sink in water. So if you want it to float, you'll need to buy a float for it. Picture quality has been respectable for these cameras, but it's definitely not the best. These are small cameras, they're fairly compact, and they do a great job with the lenses that they're given. But remember, you're buying a camera that gets a picture in somewhere another camera couldn't. I was very impressed, however, with the video quality and the autofocus on it. With a varying subject getting closer and further from the camera, the autofocus did a great job of keeping the subject in focus the whole time. The camera allows you to zoom while filming, which is super cool, and it does a great job of keeping your subject in focus. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and please like and subscribe.